Welcome to the Ultimate Entertainment Nexus, where entertainment have no bounds. Get ready to dive into the world of en- entertainment, laughter, endless fun, from thrilling movie reviews to comedy sketches. We got all right here. So sit back, relax, get take us you on a journey through the entertainment experience. Let's get started. Let the Nexus begins. I am William Pry. Today I'm doing a Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. This is a total remake. This was actually a creation of Springwood, Ohio in 2010, like the 2019 Friday the 13th, which I'm actually going to cover after Annabelle and the VHS franchise. But when VHS Beyond comes out, I will stop whatever I'm doing on October and do VHS Beyond. This is actually create. This actually was produced by Micheal Bay and Pilot Dooms. This is the new Nightmare. This is actually created. The new is actually basically the new group of teenagers who get stalked by a disfigured man of Freddy Krueger. That the teenagers discover a shared common link from their childhood that targeted by Krueger. And the plot twist is more shocking than others because this is, and the names are different from the reboot. I mean, really different. Fred Krueger is only name is different. It only name that is changed. Fred Krueger, but his full name in the original Fred is Frederick Charles Krueger, or Freddy for short. But in this, it's Fred Krueger. But we actually get the song 1, 2, Freddy Coming For You back in this. I'm actually doing this because I'm actually going to wait until Friday the 13th to actually do the whole franchise. This movie was actually have Wes sign off the whole script to actually make a whole film. So he signed off the rights to his work. This was created by the songwriter and a commercial writer who actually written this film. But Wesley Strick is who actually did Arachnophobia, Cape Fear, Wolf, and The Glass Room, Doom, and The Lot. And Eric Rassera, who actually wrote Final Destination 5, The Thing, Hours, Light Out, The Arrival, Bird Box, and Bloodshot. And let the Nexus begin, and the movie begins at the Springwood Diner. It actually begins with the children's song and the production cards for Platinum Doom. And it was based on Wes Craven, who actually did sign it off in 2010. We actually begin the movie with the Westwood Diner, a waitress who actually not paying attention to one the man. The man is actually D. Russell, because D actually is actually asleep, but he haven't been being asleep. Dean Russell, who actually played by Kellen Kress, who actually is a ghost of the Goldfield. But on my previous Lives Lost Count of Prom Night 2008, and playing Freddy Krueger is Jackie Earl Haley, who actually is a doll man. He's actually not Robert, but he actually made a impressive Freddy Krueger. He's in my previous Lost Lives Count as Maniac Cop, 3 Badge of Silence, Wing Creatures, Shutter Island, Dark Shadows, Robocop 2014, London Has Fallen. Fred was behind Dean, but he actually woke up. And he actually got cut on his hand. And the clock wasn't moving. And Nancy actually said, you better not sleep on the dawn. And we actually meet Nancy Hollowbrook. Honestly, this is the only character that kept her name, but not her last name. Nancy Hollowbrook is actually, I am not joking, played by Rona Ruby, who actually played in Urban Myth, Bloody Mary, Side Effects, and the Ghost Stories, and Nightmare Alley, and we actually made Chris Fowler, who actually played in, I am not joking, she actually is there is so many changes. She actually played by Kate Cassidy, who actually played in the When the Stranger Calls, The Lost, Black Christmas 2006, Taken, Kill for Me, The Scribblers, Wolves at the Door. Chris is actually Dean's girlfriend. And playing Quentin is Smith Kyle Gwennon, who actually played Red Eye, Dalinka, Sumline, Red the Haunted, The Haunted in Connecticut, Jennifer's Body, Red State, The Cleanse, Finest Hour, The Cleanse Hour, Ghosts of War, Scream, Smile 2, which I cannot do a live count on both of them because of one of the freaking reasons I can't do them is because it got so many unlivens in those movies. So those two will not be, and I can look at the Lollipop song in the head again. To Glenn, he actually is similar to Glenn. Yes, I am not joking. He's similar to Glenn, but he actually don't die like Glenn. But Dean been having nightmares. And he believed that they're real. That he said they're not real. Or and he fall asleep again. And Freddy at 9:16 killed Dean by slashing his throat with a claw glove. May believe that he's unalive himself. Chris saw this, and we got the title card. I actually missed this. And Julie Graham actually made the Freddy Krueger sweater in the original. It said 3 hours to honestly, Jackie Earl made him said 3 hours to get him into character to actually believe he actually kills someone. Frey glove is protected, who actually been stolen in previous films like Evil Dead 2 or Sleepaway Camp 2. Teenage Wasteland. I am not joking. Robert Englund supported Jackie Earl Haley as the new Freddy after saw him as Russia from Watchmen 2009. Wes Craven, I already mentioned Wes Craven signed his rights away to the film, so he had no involvement in the film. And Heather was offered a cameo in the film, but she declined it. At the funeral, we actually met the parents and the rest of the cast. Yeah, yeah, we met the rest of the class. The next is Jesse Bond, who actually played by Thomas Dekker, who actually is in Evil, Chrome Call, Late to Rest 2, Plush, Enter the Mind, Dangerous Mind, Fear Clinic, Jack Goes Home, Alan Smith, played by Clancy Brown. He does dozens of voices, but he knows for Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants. He's also in Pet Cemetery 2, Starship Troopers, The Borrowers, John Dies at the End, Hellbenders, Low Evil, my and my last lives count, John Wick Chapter 4, and Gwen Holbrook played by Connie Barrett, who had to play in American Horror Story Apocalypse. Like I say, TV shows that are in horror is harder to count. Chris sees a little girl throwing flowers and with claw marks on her chest, on her, and got grabbed and she woke up. Now, Quentin, the schools ask her that if she need any help, just ask. Dean said that these dreams aren't real, and that Dean is actually on a. Dean said, you aren't real, and Quentin say he on a load of medication. Nancy tried to say that they have that Chris and her have the same dream, but Quentin say you don't see anything. Stop believing what she believing. Now, Kristen, now Nancy have a dream. The water came up and Freddy come out of the water, but it's CGI and it's not very tame. Chris is looking at photos and asking about photos that she when she was younger at 5, but her mother doesn't know where they are because she doesn't remember Dean before 5. Chris asleep. Now Chris look in the attic and go in the flashlight at the light bulb. She see the photos at creepy doll and the dress with scratch marks. And she searched through and she found Freddy. Now Freddy on top of her as she woke up a scream. Chris up. Now she went to school and Quentin is not believing Nancy about her dreams. And Chris falls asleep in class and transported to a crummy classroom that I haven't been at all. It's Freddy, and when she woke up sleeping, and Freddy say, "You look beautiful than before," and I explained that Freddy cut her hair and run out and drove home to Elm Street and her dog Rufus. And she let him and went to the attic. And her mom is actually going to London. And Chris is home alone and put the security code in. And the newspaper, I can count the obituaries. And here and he talking to him here and his and Chris. Now Jesse is here and he talking to him. He he and Chris having these dreams and see this man can. I say I actually hate this reboot. I know I will reward the reboot for give it a dark tone than it got, but I really don't like the reboot. But I give it props for putting Clancy Brown in it. But But I actually don't like the reboot. But why change the names? And why no dad? I mean, there is actually no dad. No dad. That's the best part of Nancy's character, the dad. But that's my opinion. And now, having the dreams, same dreams, and he get killed like Dean and Jesse, Chris sleeping. Chris woke up same as Tina, but the difference she have a dog and he died. I'm not counting him because my rules are the same as Debbie James. I'm not counting a freaking dog on the kill count. Animals do not go on the freaking kill count. She got in the school and played hide and seek, and she woke, but she's actually not awake. She's still asleep. And Chris don't know it yet. And Tina, just like Tina, she got thrown across the room because she actually saw Freddy in the bed with her. And she got thrown across the room, and Chris got slashed across the torso by Freddy, and with his clawed glove, and made it look like Jesse murdered her at 2650. But what made it look bad is Jesse runs away from the crime scene with the alarm beeping. It looked bad. Nancy can't go to sleep, and Jesse told her everything that someone kill her in her dreams. If you die in your dreams, you die for real. Jesse got arrested and blamed for murder her Chris. Now he actually in the cell with his cellmate. Quentin told by Nancy, Chris is dead. Jesse is trying not to fall asleep, but now Quentin is sleep deprived and tried to find out what about a fine little girl, and he hear 5, 6, 7, and he walk up, and he actually see Freddy, and Jesse hear someone posted his bell, but he's not. Nobody posted bell. He's asleep. Now he in a boiler room and run for his life under. Now Freddy grinds his glove claw against and Chris and Dean. And Jesse say, "Oh God." Now Freddy say, "No, just me." And Freddy yell at Jesse. And Freddy disappear. At the 4014, Freddy put his glove in the torso and killing and making his cellmate blame him for his murder. He's innocent, Frey say, without the heart. The brain function 7 minutes. But I actually looked at this up for hours and days to stop. And he actually say we got 6 more minutes to play. And he do. And Quentin and Nancy study about the Pied Piper who actually about the Piper gathering kids and about insomniacs who actually micro sleeps and they actually dream without them knowing it. And her mom, Colin, and they actually don't remember anything about the 5 and don't. And she and Colin. And now her mom does know her why she actually the tub and Freya now claw her and she actually Frey says he actually say that you're my number 1. You're my Nancy. And she actually woke up. Now Quentin say Jesse is dead. Frey is. Now he actually draw a preschool photo Fred Krueger at Bottomless Preschool is a gardener that the kids were his life and they but her mom said that he left town but I don't believe that. From the photos she actually and Quentin was half asleep. Nancy looked up Lisa Morgan. But at 54:47, we found out that she died in her sleep. She actually, I'm counting it. She looked at Brent Jackson, who actually died in his sleep caused by a car crash at 5:07. Quentin swim and dream a old boiler room chased by cars and can out and at 5:10 Freddy Krueger died by a cocktail bomb and burned to death in a flashback. And we actually see Marcus Yun and he talking about his dream and the micro naps he been having, and he actually dream he dies. At 1:58, Marcus Yoon hit his head on the webcam and died. Quentin, he happened that he think he killed an innocent man. Alan actually killed an innocent man. He don't know what Frey don't want Frey Cougar, so they want to go back to the preschool. And the buy bag of Chris dragging it bleed from the mouth. It was a micro sleep nap. Drove to get more pills, and Nancy in the car. Frey appears. And Quentin have a refills. and he had no time to call a doctor. And Nancy tried to stay away with a cigarette lighter and burned herself. And awake, the pharmacist won't give him any pills. She go in in the boiler room and Freddy and fade in and out of the dream and the real world. And she wake up she bleeding and Freddy say and Quentin take her to the hospital. And her mom, a doctor, she not asked who did it. It was Fred Krueger. She actually have a micronet and see the doctor with Freddy's claw glove. And her mom signed a waiver to put her to sedate her, but she escaped and Quentin took stuff out of the nurse's cart. Quentin talked to Nancy to keep her awake. Now they see Freddy, and now they have found the school and walk through it and the school and quit to see Nancy got killed by a micronap, but it was a fake Nancy illusion. Now she show Quentin his room and the cave where Nancy where a full painting and Nancy's a photo and the truth that he after the school preschool kids because the truth he was a child predator. It was going to be in the original, but they scrap it. But it's actually in this movie. It actually wasn't too subtle with this movie. Now to do so Nancy going to go to sleep and bring in Freddy out because she actually ripped her sweater, his sweater out. Nancy sleep and Quentin is ready, but he actually falls asleep and Freddy slash him, leave him barely alive. And Jackie Earl Haley, gotta say he made Nancy say fuck you, and now Freddy is real coming down the stairs. Freddy is in the closet. The real closet and Nancy running up the stairs and falling in a pool of blood and covered in blood, fall into the bed and change it to her clothes when she was younger. Now Nancy phrase remember and Nancy remembers that she throw her off the bed and stab her him in the eye. In the dream world, she is invincible. And Quentin and Freddy say, now I'm your boyfriend now. And he brought her then and Freddy back into the real world. They fought that then Quentin stabbed him in the leg. Then Freddy's hand got slashed. And and so does Freddy throw at 1:28:01. Nancy say, "Well, you're in my world, bitch." And he dropped dead. It all over but Nancy. But this is not the end. Nancy burned everything. Now go for medical treatment. Now Quentin and Nancy survive. Now Quentin is actually the equivalent to Glenn. Now we actually see that Gwen come home and talk to her and be a good mother until she put the keys down, and we see Freddy at 1:30. Gwen got killed by Freddy. Jab his claw glove in her head and pull her into the mirror, and the movie ends. How many kills did Freddy find out in the reboot? Time to get to the numbers! It's reboot time! It's reboot time to the numbers! 6 males, 2 females, about 8 people died in lost their lives to about let's see. About 7 people lost their lives to Freddy. One lost it. And Freddy lost their lives to Nancy. With a runtime of 95 minutes, we got killed on average every 8.9 minutes. With a great execution, I give it to Glenn. Honestly, her death was fresh, and it's actually the last death. Honestly, it's like the mother death of Marge, but I actually love this because you get pulled into the mirror instead of pulled into the doorway, and the mirror shattered, then re-emerge. The whippy acts of dullness will go to Lisa, who actually died off screen, but we get to see on the obituary. That's it. Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 was actually created in 2010. I'm actually doing Abigail, and I'm actually going Batty. Thank you. I am William Pry, the Ultimate Entertainment Nexus, and tune in for the next time. Have a good day.